Welcome back for our fifth and final presentation on the thinking maps you'll be using for this class. This last map is the most difficult to make of the ones that I'm showing you, and it is a multi-flow map. It's used for cause and effect relationships. So this will be a very useful tool for your college career because a lot of higher level thinking falls under cause and effect relationships. Let's take a look at what this one looks like. And you can see there's boxes again, like a flow map, and there's arrows like a flow map. I have a couple examples to show you. This center area is where you would put the event or the situation. And the key element to making this particular map, because this center box is the most important part to put down, but you need to make sure you use a complete sentence. So right here, the phrase the event or situation is not a complete sentence. You need to have a subject and a verb. Over on this side, I always recommend that students write the word why, because this is where you will add your causes, and you can state your complete sentence and then ask the question why, and that oftentimes will help you get there when you're doing this with difficult text. I also have students in this area over here write the word therefore with a ... therefore, comma. So you read the sentence, the situation happened, therefore, and that helps you find the effects, and the effects go on this side. Now the effect column, just unlike the double bubble map that you just learned about with cause and compare and contrast, you do not have to have the same number on this side that you do on this side. That's only with differences. But you do have to make sure that your arrow goes in the right direction. A very common error that I see people making is that the arrows all kind of point toward this center box, but that doesn't show the sequence part. And this is a multi-flow map, which means that things go in a certain sequence. So you have to use the same order that you read, the same direction that you read in English to do this. The arrow direction goes in that way. So let's try one. And this one I have the template set up and we'll just fill it in. Although generally it's better for you to make your own starting with the words and not have a template. I burned dinner. It's a complete sentence. Why? Well, because the stove was too hot and because the dog got loose, I had to go chase it, and then after that my sister called and I got distracted. I burned dinner, therefore I ruined my pot. And it was inedible. So now I have to order a pizza, which is not all that bad. I think I might burn dinner again tonight. Let's do one where we actually make it without a template, and this is generally and far and wide, this not generally, but far and wide, this is the better way to go. So we start with the event. Let's say the event is I was late for work. I write the words, and you see again I wrote them on top of each other so that I could make as square a rectangle as possible. I was late for work. Why? Well, the alarm didn't work. I write my thought, I box it, and I attach it with the arrow. And the arrow shows which came first. I was late for work. Why? Because of traffic. Write my box, draw my arrow. I could go on and on with why I was late for work, but for now I'm just going to leave it there and I'm going to go to the consequences. I was late for work, therefore I missed a meeting. Draw my box, draw my arrow, and make sure my arrow is going in the direction as I read which one came first, being late or missing the meeting. That's how you can remember how the arrow goes. You may have noticed that and here's another example, I lost my car keys. Why? No designated place to leave them. Why? My house is messy. I lost my car keys, therefore I will be late for work. Again, you don't have to have the same number of boxes on each side, but you do have to have your arrows going in the right direction. You do not have to have complete sentences on your side boxes, but you must have a complete sentence for your center box. Learning these tricks and doing these, following these rules are going to help you much more when you make these maps for difficult college level material. That's it for maps. There's more information and more directions for you on Canvas, and I'll see you later.